Hopefully you got the memo that I was going live to answer some of your questions. This is your weekly questions from the channel. One thing I'd like to say is that I'm so glad you guys joined the channel, and I really appreciate you guys being in there. One thing that I wanted to make sure that I did was give you an opportunity to be able to have some sort of Q&A. So if you have questions, normally on Mondays, what I'll do is I'll post in the group a prompt, and it'll just allow you to leave whatever questions that you have there. Now, one caveat I want to make clear before we jump into this is that I'm not going to be able to answer all the questions. However, if I see a common theme in the questions that you guys are having, what I'll do is I'll try to put together something for you guys so that as many people can have their questions answered as possible. All right, so let me jump into this. This is the first time that I've really done a YouTube live, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm working on kind of learning this so that we can have this as a resource as well. Let me just play around. I see that I'm live. I'm trying to figure out where I see y'all's comments, if there are any. Let's see. If you're here and you're watching, can you leave a comment so I can see where that would be that I get to? I wonder if I can just look at them on my other phone. Let's see. Let's look. I don't see it. Nope. I don't see it. So let me just answer the questions and we'll start from there. Pulling them up now. Okay. So here are the couple of questions that were asked. And Messenger just signed me out all of a sudden. Okay. First question was, do you use any type of AI service for content ideas? And if so, which ones do you suggest? Absolutely. Okay. I cannot tell you how much ChatGPT has helped me moving forward into this season of content creation that I'm in right now. I am a writer, so I started off with written content. I've written ebooks, I've written viral statuses, ad copy, all those types of things. So writing is not something that's a weak point for me. But when I tell you that I am able to work with ChatGPT to refine my ideas, to jog my memory, to make those creative juices flow a bit smoother, girl, it's it's literally a lifesaver. Sometimes you just need a little direction. Sometimes you just need a couple of ideas. Okay. And ChatGPT has been one of those things for me. I am looking into some other AI softwares as well. On my YouTube journey right now, I'm learning a lot about, SEO when it comes to this platform and stuff like that. So one thing that I do use is a software called vidIQ, and I'll put a free trial in the description when I go back later. But that helps so much with optimization of video. So AI is here to stay, y'all. So if you learn how to use it and learn how to use it to your advantage. Don't just copy and paste, okay? Really know how to write a prompt. That's something that's important, and really know how to use the tools that are available to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Or at least be able to recognize when somebody else does while you're building your team. So yes, those are the two that I am definitely using a lot right now. Then Jerry, she says, when is the best time to post? Edit videos or go live? I'm all over the place with my day. First things first, I want to make sure that you understand that consistency is more important than any schedule that you're going to be able to have. Okay, so I don't care if your favorite content creator says, hey, best time for me to post or for you to post is 8 a.m. in the morning. I don't care if they say, they made $1 million because they started posting 8 times a day. Okay, the best weapon in your content creation arsenal is going to be consistency. So wherever that is, okay, that's where it's at. AI business automation. I'm currently like working on it on one of my websites and in one of my businesses. And once I get it hooked, I'm gonna be on to the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. So I get that. But yeah, consistency. Consistency is going to be the thing that will win every single time. So that being said, the best time to post is going to be the best time that you can be consistent. So for instance, I used to wake up at like 5 a.m. every morning. Every morning I would post a meme on my Facebook profile page. After I could post this meme at 6 a.m. I could go brush my teeth. I could come back and it would have been shared 1,000 times. Okay. That's because I set a routine and an expectation for my followers and for the people who want to spend time with me and vice versa. That I was going to be posting first thing in the morning. Okay, so that's a example of how consistency and also your personal schedule, what you have going on today, come together, and now you have a posting routine. Okay. Now, the technical side of that is going into the back end of whatever platform you're on, whether that be TikTok, IG, Facebook, or whatever, and look at the analytics. Okay. Look at the analytics. One thing I used to love Facebook groups for was building, number one, building an audience that was interested in what I'm talking about or interested in what I'm creating or interested in, seeing what I have to offer, was the fact that in a group, I can see when y'all's activity is. I know, okay, this certain group of people is going to be up at 8 a.m. They're night owls. What can I do to place myself to serve the audience at the time that they want to be served? Okay. And that's where AI business automations come in. That's where content creation systems come in. That's when scheduling posts and things like that come in. Okay. So hopefully that helps. I know it gets technical, I'm not gonna lie, but the best weapon that you're gonna have is consistency. If you start there first, then all the other things start to line up. Especially if you're just getting started out. You're just getting started out, you might not want to pay $1,000 a year for a platform to schedule. You know what I'm saying? You might not, I don't suggest you jump right out the gate and start doing stuff like that. Okay, Maisha says, in starting out, what sites do you recommend for posting across multiple platforms? Everything is sub-based and adds up. Yep, just said that. So good segue into the next situation. Yes, things add up. Things start costing money. When you're a business owner and you need to, automate certain things or you're building systems and stuff like that, yes, it starts to add up. Starting out, I would recommend a program that I use called Repurpose.io. The last time I checked, that service was like $25, maybe $50 a month. But when I say that service is a lifesaver for several reasons, and I've talked about in full. The first reason is that you need to be backing up your content. You have to, okay? If something happens to Facebook or TikTok tomorrow and they say you're banned and you are a creator like me, or maybe you're even a creator starting out, and I have 5,000 or 6,000 posts on TikTok, 5,000 or 6,000 videos that I've spent the last 5 years on, okay? If they ban me and then they shut my page down, I can no longer get in, what happens to all my content? Okay, so you have to back up your content. Backing up your content with Repurpose.io is so easy. Literally every time I post on TikTok or post somewhere or whatever, however I want to do that, okay, no matter what order that I posted in, I can send those posts directly to a folder in Google Drive. I can send that post directly maybe to another platform. So it's always backed up. Anytime I need to get to my content, I go to my Google Drive, I can scroll through it, I can type in keywords and things like that and pull out all the content that I did on Beyonce, or all the content that I did on my twins, or all the content that I homeschool. That's what hashtags are for. It's like a Dewey Decimal System. Now I'm showing my age, but it's like a Dewey Decimal System. Did you know that? Okay. So how do you feel about using the schedule for consistency? I am leaning into it more. Let me just be real honest with that. Because, I've talked to you guys before. Y'all know where my limitations are if you know me. I am, I have ADD, I have anxiety. We've talked about this before. So I might not be able to always show up. Nobody should be always showing up for everybody else and not showing up for themselves. You see what I'm saying? So a scheduler is handy for me, or has been handy for me in certain times. Like if I know I'm traveling, a lot of times I will go in, I'll take my old content that I, again, backed up with Repurpose.io, and I will upload it, and I can schedule myself 6 to 10 TikToks a day for like the next 10 days, I think it is. Now I can do it from my phone, so I haven't done that yet, but it's a good feature to have. I would say if you have a team, and I'm finding this out now because I'm in the process of building my content team with editors and content managers and things like that, I can see where scheduling content needs to be a bigger part of my business. So I'm working on hashing that out. What does that look like? Good question, Melissa. Let me go to the next one. Sharice Knox says, I attempted to post on YouTube. Can you advise? I have never seen that issue. However, I was talking to somebody earlier this morning, and she said she has. So I would say that a lot of times when you run into that particular problem, it could be because you have the watermarks of the other platform on there. I don't know if that's your case, but that's the only time that I've seen that. And again, a program like Repurpose.io removes the watermarks before it backs it up. It also removes the watermark before it posts it to another platform. All right. So I have easy training content on it when you need it. Happy to share with you. I'm sorry, Melissa, content on what? Just so I'm just clarifying here. Let's see. Chris K, what editing service are you using? Have you ever bought items from the shop at Amazon, make content and send them back? No, I have never bought items from the shop at Amazon to make content and send them back. Let me tell you why. I don't want to say that's shiesty, but it is shiesty. Not above a little shiesty every once in a while. But here's where being shiesty in that situation will play against you. If you're ordering a bunch of products and it's not something that you love, or it's not something that you use, or not something that you would implement into your everyday life, it's going to be real hard to spend as much time as you need with that product in order to produce quality content that's going to keep you paid, period. So at this point, as somebody who sold over $3 million in products on TikTok Shop, and I've sold, thousands of ebooks, all sorts of things online, even my products or my service-based business online. As somebody has done all of that stuff, one thing that it takes is spending time and knowing your product inside and out. So if it's something that I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to get this and I'm going to do a video with it or whatever, and I'm going to send it back, you're not going to have the touch time that you need in order to even make that content successful. Like, why are we doing this? We're doing this because we want commissions, right? We want to get paid. If I get a product and I have it long enough that I can make like a couple of videos and I'm like, I'm going to send it back or whatever, I haven't even put enough time into it to actually make the content successful. So no, I don't do that. I've even gotten to the place now where I'm gonna pick a few products or just a few brands, okay? Yes, do we want to sell products? Absolutely. But do we want to work with brands? That's where the consistent money is going to be at. The more consistent money is going to be working with brands. So yeah, I could sell 1,000 units of these or whatever on TikTok Shop, but I can also get Brewmate to pay me $20,000 to create 3 or 4 videos, high quality videos a month. Which one do you want to do? And there's a play. So that's our question for that. And then the first part of your question was, what editing service are you using? Oh, sorry. I am using a service. I just started with them, so I don't want to like add them to a video right now, but I definitely will be dropping it into the chat or the channel, the Facebook channel, once I'm comfortable enough to say, okay, hey, I recommend these guys. I've been working with them for just the end of the summer, and I'm still getting our processes down. I'm gonna be honest. They've done some good work. I think you can go, if you go and follow me on my TikTok, you can probably notice the difference between the stuff that I edit and the stuff that they edit. Not really more so of the quality per se, but because I'm able to, excuse me, push out more videos. I think you can see the strategy of, hey, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do a content day with this cup all day today, and I'm gonna get as much footage in as many outfits and as many angles in this house as I can. Then I'm gonna send it to the editors, and they're gonna send me back 50 videos. Okay, you can probably start seeing that on my TikTok page. So let's see, was that the last one? No, Joy wants to know, can you consider giving a tutorial on how to get started? Also, do you use Canva and ChatGPT? Yes, I use Canva and ChatGPT. As far as a tutorial to get started, that is kind of flying over my head right now. How to give you what you need to get started. For a couple of reasons. Number one, if you don't start posting videos, we don't know what to coach towards. You see what I'm saying? If you don't post a video, I don't have any analytics. I can't look and see what's going on. I don't know why your video is not getting views because you haven't posted a video. I don't know what your niche is because your audience hadn't said anything to you yet. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to say, hey, here's what you need to get started. So you'll have to give me just a little bit more clarity on that. Do you need help with, what equipment do you need? Because I'm posting a video next week about, the 3 mistakes that beginners make, and then, what do you need in order to fix that? So, you want to be as professional as you can out the gate. I get that. But honey, if I started posting the videos that I started posting on TikTok in 2020 when I started posting them, y'all laugh at me. You'd really laugh. Y'all probably laugh at me. I'm still learning. Okay. So let me know exactly, be really specific with that question, and I'll try to give you everything you need that you feel you need to get started. A lot of times though, it's really an overthinking situation. Literally get up there and talk, say what you gotta say. Give your opinion on something that's controversial right now. Talk about your favorite celebrity and why you admire them. How many kids you got, and how do they interact with you? What are some hacks that you could give, somebody who was in your position 10 years ago? Just get started. And then Paulette says, are you using the scheduling features to get ahead? No. Can you believe it? No. Not like I should be. Very light. And I need to be doing way more when it comes to scheduling. Running it like a business. Content should be ran like if you think about it like a business, then it's more productive. I don't say it's always easier, but it's definitely more productive. Right? So Hopefully that answered all your questions. Hopefully this will post when I'm done. Like I said, this is my first time doing YouTube live by myself. I'll probably go live from my computer, maybe my office next time, so that the quality will be a little bit better. But I appreciate you guys joining. And if you're not a part of my channel on my Facebook group and you want content creator tips, go ahead and join that. I'll leave the link. I think I'm gonna just leave it in my links in my YouTube profile. We'll try it there and see if people can find it. But yeah, so join that. Also, I have a video dropping next week. It's 3 mistakes that content creators make and how to fix them. So I'll be dropping that soon. Make sure you hit subscribe so you'll be the first to be notified. See you later. Thanks.